America's Global Reach, a comprehensive look at U.S. support around the world. The United States has long been a global leader, providing support to countries around the world in various forms. From humanitarian aid to military assistance, economic support to cultural exchange programs, the U.S. has consistently demonstrated its commitment to promoting peace, stability, and prosperity worldwide. Humanitarian aid. One of the most significant ways the U.S. supports the world is through humanitarian aid. The United States Agency for International Development, USAID, is the primary agency responsible for administering U.S. foreign assistance. In 2020, USAID provided over $29 billion in humanitarian aid to countries affected by conflict, natural disasters, and other crises. For example, in response to the Syrian refugee crisis, the U.S. provided over $1.5 billion in humanitarian aid to support refugees and host communities in Jordan, Lebanon, and Turkey. This aid helped provide essential services such as food, shelter, healthcare, and education. Military assistance. In addition to humanitarian aid, the U.S. also provides military assistance to countries around the world. The U.S. Department of Defense, DoD, provides military aid to over 100 countries, with the goal of promoting regional stability and security. For instance, the U.S. has provided significant military aid to Ukraine in its conflict with Russia. This aid has included training, equipment, and advisory support to help Ukraine build its military capabilities and defend its sovereignty. Economic support. The U.S. also provides economic support to countries around the world through various mechanisms. The U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, provides economic assistance to support economic development, trade, and investment. For example, the U.S. has provided significant economic support to Africa through the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA. AGOA provides trade preferences to eligible African countries, allowing them to export goods to the U.S. duty-free. Cultural exchange programs. In addition to humanitarian, military, and economic support, the U.S. also promotes cultural exchange programs around the world. The U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs, ECA, administers various programs aimed at promoting mutual understanding and respect between the U.S. and other countries. For instance, the Fulbright program is a flagship cultural exchange program that provides scholarships to students, scholars, and professionals from around the world to study, research, and teach in the U.S. Challenges and opportunities. While the U.S. has made significant contributions to supporting countries around the world, there are also challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. One of the biggest challenges is the increasing global competition for influence and resources. Rising powers such as China and India are increasingly asserting their influence globally, and the U.S. must adapt to this new reality. The U.S. must also address its own domestic challenges, such as inequality and infrastructure needs, in order to maintain its global leadership. Despite these challenges, there are also opportunities for the U.S. to continue its global leadership. The U.S. can leverage its strengths in innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship to support economic development and address global challenges such as climate change. Conclusion. In conclusion, the United States has a long history of supporting countries around the world through various forms of aid, assistance, and exchange programs. From humanitarian aid to military assistance, economic support to cultural exchange programs, the U.S. has consistently demonstrated its commitment to promoting peace, stability, and prosperity worldwide. As the world continues to evolve and face new challenges, the U.S. must adapt and innovate in order to maintain its global leadership. By leveraging its strengths and addressing its challenges, the U.S. can continue to support countries around the world and promote a more peaceful, prosperous, and just world for all.